Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be here today with my friend Dr. RYGER. I'm just waiting for her to pop on here so we can have an amazing conversation as we always do. And I am trying to let her in right now. So let's just wait here and see. And I see my friend. Yay. Yay. Okay, here we are. Oh boy, what a start. Now, actually, in some respects, this is an incredible moment, and we're okay. In Maya Traverse event planning, yes. Welcome everyone. This is exactly the space of readiness and not being thrown. I trust Jessica. Jessica trusts me, and we have Carly in the back also, who's helping to guide us through. And we knew we would get to this point. So, first of all, I would like to welcome everyone to Disruptive Conversations with thought leaders, entrepreneurs, influencers, authors, and educators. And we deep dive in the experiences of women and what they have needed to navigate and to conquer in order to achieve the personal and professional success that they want. And of course, it's a continuing journey. I'm Dr. RISA, psychologist, and I'm an expert in change. I help people make positive change in their lives, regardless of what point they're at. And you cannot have positive change without disruption. You need to disrupt your thought, feeling, behavior, belief, habit in order to create the 10.0 life you want. And that's what this conversation is all about. And without further ado, and thanks for sticking with us through the our technological glitches. Here's Jessica Stewart. Here's just going to be a brief intro for her. She's so impressive, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the backstory about us. But she's so impressive, I actually have to read her bio. Jessica she joined EMRG Media, where she realized her true calling. What a beautiful thing to happen. She's a sales executive for EMRG Media, and she helped transform the Event Planner Expo. If you haven't been, whether you're an event planner or not, you've got to go. It'll blow your mind of what can happen in parties and how to elevate special moments in time. And so she helped transform that to be the leading conference in the US for events and hospitality industry. And in 2020, she and her partner, Erica Moorer, Erica, we're going to see you here soon, Erica. You're going to have your own space and time here. Realized yet another dream, founding the Women Insider Network, which is a women-centric group empowering women to reach their potential. And Jessica now is the Vice President of Marketing and Sales for EMRG Media and the Event Planner Expo. She, and I can tell you this on a personal note, hello from Toms River, New Jersey, yeah, that every single day, Jessica impacts people's lives. And she certainly has impacted mine. So hi, Shahzabe 2663. Hi, Alaska, for coming and joining us and sticking with us through our tech glitches. So Jessica, I know that that I've given you this intro, and why don't you say a little bit about yourself, and then I'm going to tell people our backstory. Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. We've been talking about this for a very long time, so I'm so excited that we were able to make it on here today. A little glitch, but we made it through. Just like life, there are bumps and hills, and it's how you navigate to get you through it. So as Dr. Risa said, I am the VP of Marketing and Sales at EMRG Media. I started here probably about 14 years ago, coming from corporate, having big roles at two very large companies that were founded by women. And I was given an opportunity at EMRG Media, and without hesitation, I jumped on and I took on the role of
being a salesperson with not really having a ton of sales experience. And I just took it on and educated myself to be the best salesperson that I could be. And then, like you said, in 2020, Erica and I started the Women Insider Network because we wanted to help female entrepreneurs get opportunities that they might not have thought that they can do and share our knowledge with them.
So, so that just adds some color to what we've been talking about. And so here's the story, here's the backstory. And I think this is a story that is so important for everyone to hear because, as we say in my family, you never know. You never know. So I was in a challenge and there was an opportunity to go in a breakout room. And you know how that is. You think, oh, should I go? Should I not go? I said, just don't think about it. Just go in. And there was this man who had this great energy. And so we decided that we would speak together. And that was Mario Stewart. You get the connection in the last names.
Yeah.
And he is the person through his goodness. And, you know, there are go-getters and you can be a go-getter, but you always have to be a go-giver. Mm-hmm. And so Mario connected me with Jessica and Erica. He said, you've got to talk to them. They have this vision about starting a women's network. We had a conversation together. We've had the opportunity and my great honor and pleasure to collaborate and for me to come on with the with Women's Insider Network and for the Event Planners Expo and speak. It's a friendship. It transcends just, you know, kind of like doing something together into friendship. We had the opportunity to meet in person this year at the expo and just, I got the best hug ever, ever, ever. So to continue, so when you have an opportunity, say yes, don't fall back, step in because you never know where your Jessica may be. Your Jessica may be one person or two people away from that moment in time. You do not want to miss your Jessica.
No. So true, Dr. RISA, because so many people are scared to be uncomfortable. Like you mentioned, should I go into the breakout room? Should I not go into the breakout room? And yes, we were all on this Zoom that we were not familiar with. So I feel that in order to grow as a person, as a mother, as a sister, as a friend, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because if you do the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same results.
So, Jessica, you know, you heard my intro twice, yeah. Right? And so, so my first, you know, question to you is about, Jessica, what did you need to disrupt in order to be able to get to where you are now?
Yeah, I had to honestly get out of my head and realize that I can create my own path. Like I mentioned, I graduated from college. I got a typical 9-to-5 at an amazing company. And my parents said, great company, great benefits, great perks. And that's usually the norm that people say to do. You know, you go to college, you get a 9-to-5, you stay there for 30 years, and that's your life. And I knew getting up every single day, something was missing. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that I could do so much more. So one day my husband said to me, like, do you want to make a change? And again, I was scared. I was scared of what the future might hold. And I kind of disrupted the norm of what was instilled in me from when I was a child. And I took that leap 14.5 years ago. And I'm so glad that I did, because now I can control what I want and what I'm able to do.
So that's really incredible. And that's a very, very important point that you bring up, and something that I talk about, which is about the importance of disrupting a belief. Ebe-san, hi. Thanks for joining. I don't know if you're in Africa or if you're in England, but I'm so thrilled to have you here. So that you need to disrupt a belief, and that it's a hard thing to do, because belief has tentacles on us. And so, disrupting the belief, being able to follow through. And that also, one of the things that happened, which I think is also important, is that oftentimes there are people around us who may see us as bigger and more than maybe at the point in time we're able to see ourselves. So how do we, how is it, and how do we listen, particularly as women, because we've got some other stuff going on, right? Sometimes, not always. There are some women, I'm not speaking for all of womanhood here, but that to listen to someone's vision of you, because sometimes other people see something in us that we may not yet see in ourselves. So
yeah, I think for my whole life, I've had amazing role models. My parents, my sister, she had a disability, but she made it an ability. My parents always said, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And I think with hard work, and like you mentioned, belief, other people could say, you could do this, you could do that. We tell that to our children each and every day, that they could be and do and be as successful as they want to be. And then when you lose that within yourself, you're only listening to other people say, you know what, maybe you can do that. Maybe you can start a business, or maybe buy that big house. And you have to get rid of that self-doubt within yourself to say, instead of saying, I will do something, I am a millionaire. I am the smartest person in the room. Once you believe that, other people that might not have believed in you will start thinking that you are.
yeah, that's so important, because wherever we go, and I love what you're saying, because it's about you, when you believe it in yourself. And I hate, by the way, I am not a proponent of fake it till you make it. That'll be a whole other conversation. We'll get into that another time. I'm not a proponent of fake it till you make it, because you're not faking anything. You're in the process of learning. So if you're not in the space yet, and you were saying that you had a lot to learn, and that when you first started in sales, that you didn't know about sales, it's not fake it till you make it. It's hone it till you own it.
100%. I can't agree with that more. Right. Like, I came from a family of entrepreneurs.
Oh.
That my dad was like, maybe you can go and sell this. And I started speaking, and he said, you know what, maybe you should go sit in the car. Like, I wasn't good. But when I came to EMRG, there was another person that was doing sales, and he was fantastic at it. And he did it differently than I did. I made it my own, and I kind of put a spin on it, because sometimes people say, the car salesman, or the sleazy person trying to sell you something. That doesn't work all the time. So when I sell, I created a way to find out what the person wanted, and if what I had would work for them. And if it didn't, I walked away, and that was fine. So I taught myself, and I listened to other great salespeople to see how they did it, but didn't copy them. I made it my own. And I think that's why I've been so successful, is because I took advice from different people, but I made it resonate with myself so it could resonate with other people.
And when you show up that way, excuse me, and it is your own, that there is that felt sense that people have that you're really speaking truthfully. And then, there's nothing, I forget who it is that said it, but nothing travels faster than the speed of trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to say that in knowing when there's trust, you take leaps.
Yes.
When there's trust, but that's so crucial. And so one of the things that you talked about, and as women, oftentimes it's like, I can do this and I can do this by myself, right? And one of the things that we've talked about is the importance of team. And so can you just share some of your experience and thinking about all of that and what maybe you may have needed to break through?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've been on teams since I was a little kid. I was always on sports. Even when I played tennis, I played doubles because I liked having a partner. And I think having a strong partner that can do things that you can't do. If two people are the same, you're really not going to grow fully. So when I look for team members, I look for people that can do things and they can do them a little bit better than I can. So I can focus on the things that I know I can do well. And like we just said, you're as strong as your team. So I surround myself with people that have the same end goal in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So we all reach a collective goal. So when we're hiring people, you mentioned Mario, he started this business and, we're great teammates because he does things well and I do things well. And then together, greatness does happen because we both have different things that we can add to the pot.
And that's a great thing. And the idea that, if you in your business, you need a graphic designer, that doesn't mean that you become a graphic designer,
right?
But go and get the help you need. And you think maybe, I really shouldn't, or I can't, or whatever that may be. But in the long run, getting help, but not only help, but getting the right help.
Right.
You need the right help. You need the right team member. And will save you time, money in the long run. And
Yeah.
in the long run, in the short run, it's actually going to save you money.
Right.
And it's going to help you get to where you want to get to faster.
Right. And you just brought up a very good point, especially as entrepreneurs. People are sometimes scared to spend that money because they're not seeing a lot of money coming in. So like you said, I am a very creative person. I work with a graphic designer because I don't know Photoshop and I don't know Adobe and all of that. They're my ideas and I can relay them to her. And if you're wasting time trying to figure out how to set up certain pages or mail merges or different things like that, you're missing the opportunity to focus on what your job is. So like my job is to sell the booths for the expo and do the marketing. If I was doing other things, that would take away from that and then bringing value to my clients.
Right. So there's the importance of what you're saying is the importance of knowing really where your strengths are and where you need to get help and to get assistance and to and it's not, sometimes people say, oh, I should be able to do it all by myself. But, there are often times that we should all over ourselves.
Right.
And we need to get out of the spot and come to the realization that no one is great at everything. Right. And you're going to help yourself in the long run.
Do it alone. And it's okay to ask for help.
Oh my gosh.
As women, sometimes you're afraid to ask for help because you think that you're a failure.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jessica, I know our time is just, really kind of getting eaten up here, but I'm going to just put it this way. Jessica, you're an entrepreneur, you're a supporter of women, of people, of excellence. You are a business person, you're creative, you're good-hearted, you're a mom, you're a daughter, you're a wife. You've got all of this going on. You've just, you and Erica created this incredible women's network. What's the next disruption for you?
So we have a lot of things up our sleeve. You know, EMRG Media was created to really put a stamp on the events community, as well as all different communities that are important to us. And that really is entrepreneurship. So really just helping people reach new levels. So if it's with the Women Insider Network, making women be the best version of themselves, you know, and to create their own path. In regard to the Event Planner Expo, it's not just for event planners, it's for marketers, salespeople, CEOs, administrative assistants. It's really bringing people together because, as we know, Dr. RISA, relationships are everything.
Yes.
And if you can get into the room with other people that, number one, want to see you succeed, number two, can help you grow your business, you need to get into that room, wherever that room might be, but you have to step into it, like you said.
I love that. That's incredible. So Jessica, for our people, you know, communities who want to get to know you, stay in touch with you, follow you, how best to do that? And we'll be posting that as well.
So you can always check out the Women Insider Network. You can check out EMRG Media, the Event Planner Expo. We're updating that daily with new booths and keynote speakers. We do have a special treat for your listeners, as well as the people on the Women Insider Network. And nobody knows this yet. So Gary Vaynerchuk is our keynote speaker this year. So he's talking about AI, which is huge now, and social media. So if you are a marketer or an event planner or interested in sales and learning from him, I'm offering a 50% code discount to all of your listeners. And I know that Carly's going to be putting that in the chat, but anybody can visit theeventplannerexpo.com and enter the promotional code Dr. RISA, and you can get 50% off these amazing tickets to hear from the one and only Gary V, along with probably 40 other speakers. So sales, marketing, social media, mindset, everything that you need to grow and scale your business.
And if you go, you'll also have the amazing opportunity to meet the amazing and wonderful Jessica.
Oh,
and who I'm so happy to have this conversation with you. I know it's going to be of tremendous help to our communities. And this would be our first, it will not be our last. And in signing off, I just want to let everyone know to please, you know, I drop really helpful information. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram, get what you need to get, and let your friends know. Thank you, Hester. Chase Life with Kelly. Thanks for coming in at this moment. We're always thrilled to have you here. And that there may be friends of yours who also would be helped by following. So follow me at drrisaryiger.com, at Dr. Risa Ryger on Instagram. And remember that positive change can happen at any point. See you next time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Risa. Bye.
Bye.